Hola Year 9 and welcome to Lesson 10 of the second summer half term. And today the title is ¿A qué hora vas a las tiendas? What time do you go to the shops? Here's a list of the equipment you need for today's lesson. You will need the exercise book that the school gave you, your knowledge organiser for Module 6, opening a tab, and this is available on class charts, and a pen. Pause if you need to get that ready now. Please remember to email me if you have any questions about the activities in today's lesson, and here is my email. Please also remember to submit a photo of your work to class charts at the end of the lesson, and certainly within 2 days, in order to get a well-deserved achievement point. Okay, your doing activities should take about 5 minutes. It's to write today's date, martes el 30 de junio, and the title, ¿A qué hora vas a las tiendas? What time do you go to the shops? And to write down the objective, objetivo, to say when you shop, the shops there are or aren't in your town, and what you buy there. So you need to now translate the key phrases which are given below. You needn't copy them out, you could just write the English as it is retrieval practice. Pause to do that now and press play to get the answers. And let's check your answers. Hay muchas bibliotecas. There are lots of libraries. 2. No hay puerto. There isn't a port. 3. Hay unos edificios. There are some buildings. 4. No hay pueblo. There isn't a village. 5. Hay unas tiendas. There are some shops. 6. Hay una pista de hielo. There is an ice rink. 7. No hay iglesia. There isn't a church. And 8. Hay un castillo. There is a castle. Pause now to check those answers in English. Muy bien. Well done, Year 9. I'm going to pass you on to Miss Reardon now, who's going to teach you the rest of the lesson. Please remember to upload your work to class charts at the end of the lesson to get a well-deserved achievement point. Muchas gracias, chicos. Adiós.
So chicos, to start you off, what I'd like you to do please is write down the 10 Spanish shops and then write the correct English equivalent next to them. So please pause the video to do this now. Okay, so una panadería is a bakery, una cafetería is a cafe, una carnicería is a butcher's, una pastelería is a cake shop, una joyería is a jeweller's, una zapatería is a shoe shop, una librería is a bookshop, una peluquería is a hairdresser's, una tienda de ropa is a clothes shop, and un estanco is an off-license. Excelente, chicos. So you see lots of our shops end in ia, our accent IA. So let's now do some pronunciation practice. So now what I'd like you to do, please, is to complete the vocabulary learning activities on Quizlet. I want you to do the learn section, followed by the write section, and then finally the test. And you'll find the link on class charts. Muy bien, chicos. So at this point, I think you'll be feeling much more confident with this shop's vocabulary. Okay, chicos. So to say at what time you're doing something, you say a las plus the hour. For example, you say at 2 o'clock is a las dos. And at 5 o'clock would therefore be a las cinco. So you just say a las plus the number of the time. There is one exception, however, and that is at 1 o'clock, which is just a la una rather than a las. And that's just because una is singular, so our number 1 all on its own is singular. To say to the hour, for example, 5 to or 10 to, etc., you add menos and the minutes on the end. So here's an example. At 5 to 2 is a las dos menos cinco. So taking away our 5 minutes goes at the end in Spanish. And to say past the hour, instead of our menos, like we have for 2, we add y plus the minutes. So here's an example. At 5 past 2 is a las dos y cinco. Muy bien, chicos. So now if you pause the video, please, and copy down this information into your book. Excelente, chicos. Okay, let's move on. So now what I'd like you to do is translate these times you've got here. You've got 11 times. You'll see that number 1, a las 3:05, I've done for you, and it means at 3:05. I've also done number 8 for you, a las 5:45, which is at 4:45. Now, just before you pause and you get on with this activity of translating, I just want to point out a couple of crucial things to you. So start by looking at number 3, please. It says a las 5:15. So cuarto, as we've just seen from the one we went over, is quarter. So y cuarto is quarter past. C-U-A-R-T-O, cuarto. However, 4 in Spanish, or 4 o'clock, if we come down to number 7, is cuatro, not cuarto, like quarter, it's cuatro. You'll see that our T here comes before the R. And that's something that people often get really mixed up. They get mixed up whether the word they're looking at is either 4 or quarter. Cuatro, 4, cuarto, quarter. So I'd like you to get your highlighter, please, and really make it clear the combination of those letters. So when you've got your 2 quarters, just like I've done, you can highlight, and then you've got your cuatro, your ATR in the middle there. You can highlight that too, just so you're really aware that there's that difference. Excelente, chicos. Okay, please now pause the video and do your translations. Muy bien, chicos. Let's go over the answers.
And now check your answers. Pause if you need to, where you need to.
Okay, chicos, so now what I'd like you to do, please, is just to write down the time that you do each of these things mentioned. So, for example, when you get up, I've written the time that I get up there, a las 6:20, at 6:20. So just take 5 minutes, literally just write down the time for each of the things that you do. So what time you get up, what time you start your first lesson, when you have your lunch, what time you finish your schoolwork, when you go to bed. Okay, write down those times. So pause the video now to do that. Excelente, chicos. Okay, let's now move on to the final activity of the lesson. So, chicos, what I'd like you to do now, please, is translate these 6 sentences to English. You'll see that all of them include a time. And you'll see that number 4, we've got the word una cita, which will be new to you, which means an appointment. So please pause the video now, translate the sentences, please, write the Spanish and the English. Perfecto. Okay, let's go over the answers. Okay, chicos, so número 1. In my village, there is a butcher's where I buy meat. Generally, I go to the butcher's at 10:30. Número 2. In my city, there isn't a shoe shop. You can once again here observe that same grammar point that we've got a negative. We've got no article between I and zapateria. But there is a clothes shop. I go to the clothes shop after school at 4:30. Excelente. And número 3. I go to the library at 9:25 every day because I love studying and reading. Número 4. I need to go to the town hall at 4:15. You can see there we've got our cuatro, our 4, then followed by our y cuarto, our quarter past. See, note the spelling differences. Because I have an appointment. Número 5. I am going to go to the hairdressers in my town at 6:20 because my hair is very long. And número 6. In my village there is an ice rink and I went yesterday with my friend at 1:45. We had a great time. Excelente, chicos. Really well done for your work today. I hope that's refreshed your memory of the time. And If you've got any extra time, what I'd like you to do, please, is to list as many places in the town or shops as you can recall in 2 minutes. Then you can use your book to look for any that you just didn't spring to your mind. And actually, you'll find probably that it's quite tricky in those first 10-15 seconds getting anything down. But I'll start you off. You can start off with fruteria, the greengrocers. Off you go. So muy bien, chicos. Have a great rest of your day, and you'll hear from me in your next lesson. Adios.